Hello everyone, it's Stephanie with Lumeria Star. Welcome back to my channel. Today what we're going to be doing is doing a walkthrough and side-by-side comparison of the newly released SOLARA OCCULTO MELIORA tarot with the original. I believe this is the first edition of the SOLARA OCCULTO tarot. So we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison. I haven't done this yet, so this is all gonna be new to me. I was waiting for this video to get my first impressions. So we're gonna take a look at all that. This is such a big box. For those of you who aren't familiar, this is yeah, it says first edition. This was in 2019. I'm just going to take it out of this box, and there is a smaller box inside, kind of like a tuck box. So we'll do that just for space, for the sake of space. And let's see, the new deck that just came out did come with some extras. So maybe I'll just show those first. Let me just put these off to the side. So it did come with this little packet of something, and it also came with this oil blend. This is the SOLARA OCCULTO perfume. So it's oak moss, tobacco, violet leaf, juniper, patchouli, pinyon pine, eucalyptus, bergamot, coconut oil, herbs of rose, oak moss, and black salt. So let's go ahead and smell that. Yeah, it's definitely a nice essential oil blend. I personally love anything with rose. I am one of those people who loves the scent of rose. The oak moss is nice too. I'm probably going to keep this at my desk, actually. This is actually where I'm filming this, my work desk, and I think I will keep this. I like to use this throughout the day while I'm working. I just love that this is such a nice touch that the creator included this with the new deck. So we'll put that off to the side. So yeah, I did, if I remember correctly, I did back this on Kickstarter. So this is a special printing for backers of the SOLARA OCCULTO MELIORA. So it looks like, I think we have art prints of some herbs. So let's go ahead and open this. I have not opened this yet. This is on nice, really nice paper, art paper. So pretty. Ooh. So this must be, I think it says here, Lamassu. I'm not sure what kind of creature that is, if it's a well-known mythological creature. These are so cool. These would be really great to frame. I might have to do that and put that in my office or something. Love this. This is giving Judgment vibes. So cool. And these aren't these are prints, but these are prints of what I'm guessing is pencil drawings. Pencil or charcoal, probably pencil. Really beautiful. Love that. So we're going to put that off to the side. Love some extras. I'll move the oil off to the side. And then let's get into the heart of the video, which is why you're probably here. It is comparing the first edition of the SOLARA OCCULTO tarot, which is out of print, and this new edition, the SOLARA OCCULTO MELIORA. So I don't know if if this is pretty similar to the original deck. I don't know if there's changes. I really know nothing. I saw it, I backed it, and I was like, yep, that's what we're doing. So I'm just going to take this out, and we're just going to do a good old-fashioned side-by-side walkthrough. All right, let's move that out of the way. And this one comes in a nice two-piece box. And it looks like, so already I can see here, the original is an 80 card deck. So it has two extra major arcanas. This, I didn't realize, is a 105 card deck. I had no idea. So that is very exciting. So let's go ahead and open that up. We have our guidebook. I'm going to put this off to the side and we can kind of compare guidebooks at the end. But let's just get into the cards because we all know that's what we want to see. At least that's what I want to see. That's what I'm most excited about. All right. Let's move this box over. The candle's getting a little, the flame is getting a little high. All right, I'm going to have to watch that. All right, so we can see here the first edition is kind of this plain back, just like a regular, feels like a standard cardstock. We have here SOLARA Occulto Tarot first edition. Yeah, it's pretty standard. This one is, you can see a really bright and shiny gold foil. This is very similar to the backings of the Crimson Astaria Tarot by the same creator. And this one has more of a thicker cardstock, a matte feel to it. And then let's see here, we could see the difference in sizes. So clearly we have a lot more cards. This is not edged at all, and this one is edged in like a matte black. Beautiful. Okay, this is so exciting. All right, so let's just get into it. So the reason I backed this was because I wanted this to be, the original, I wanted it to be borderless. And I know some people did trim theirs, and I was like, I don't know, because maybe she will come out with a borderless edition. So I just like waited, and I'm glad I waited because she did. She came out with a borderless edition. Oh my gosh, my oil. Let me pick that up. Okay. All right, so let's just get into this and see the differences here. So it looks like with the Fool, it looks relatively the same. Obviously with the borderless, the image is bigger. And it looks like there's some subtle differences here with like either the mountains. I don't know if that's supposed to be a mountainscape or, yeah, I guess it's a mountainscape. It's black here and it's white here. But otherwise, they are pretty much the same. The font is different too. And I quite like the new font. It's really nice. All right. Next, we have the Magician. These are looking pretty much the same. I am loving the borderless. I think it really allows the quirky, strange artwork to really pop, and that's what I love about this deck, so enjoy that. Next, we have our High Priestess. So the differences here, it looks like here she's on like water, where this one we don't have those like squiggly lines indicating water. And the background here is colored in where this one is not. So subtle differences. All right, we have our Empress. These look pretty much the same to me. But again, without the borders, I really think I can fully sink into the imagery, at least for me. Let me know what you guys think, because I know some people prefer borders. So it's just always interesting to see people's preferences. Okay, we've got our Emperor. This is also looking fairly the same to me. Let me take a sip of my tea. The only difference here, and I think it's just because we can see more of the image, I think we can see the ram's like legs or like arms, whatever you want to call them. And you don't see them here. And that might just be because the image is extended a little bit farther down. Okay, next we have the Hierophant. These look the same to me. I don't see much differences there. Next we have our Lovers card. And those are looking similar too. But again, if you see here, the clouds kind of stop. Whereas here they go like that full bleed over the image, which I really like. It just gives that more expansive view. Oops. All right, next is the Chariot. Same thing, we've kind of got that white space here, and here it goes to, you know, to the edge of the card. Strength, I love this strength card. And the difference here, I see the star is different in each one. The Hermit, those are looking pretty much the same to me. Wheel of Fortune, those are looking the same. Again, just a little bit more white space here, and here it's going all the way to the end of the card. Justice, same thing, white space and no white space up here, really allowing the image to kind of fully take over. We've got the Hanged Man. That looks pretty much the same to me. Death, oh, I love this Death card. And these look the same. I feel like maybe the dark clouds are a little darker here, a little more like saturated brown. Temperance, beautiful Temperance card. Love that. The Devil. And those are, again, pretty much the same, I think. Yeah. The Tower. I love that full image of the tower there. Really kind of like sucks me in. The Star. Pretty much the same image. Really beautiful. The Moon. Again, just some of the colors have been darkened here. So I'm thinking overall, a lot of these images are the same. Like, I really didn't know what I was backing. I didn't know if this was going to be completely new artwork or anything. So as of right now, up until the sun, it looks like it's the same artwork, just kind of like resized. Colors have maybe been a little bit more saturated, but it looks like the artwork is the same. Judgment, we do have a clear difference here with the background color. This one's white and this one's like a goldish brownish color. In the World, this also feels a little bit more saturated. Okay, so this deck, the original deck, came with 2 other extra major arcanas. This is Prudence, so I'm guessing this one doesn't have it. So that one is not included in the Meliora edition, as well as Hope. Unless it's in one of the extra cards in the back, so I'm not sure. We'll see. All right, so let's go into our minors. This looks pretty much the same. Again, just like deeper saturated colors. Okay, so this is our first different card, the Two of Wands. I really like this figure here with her hair and all of these pretty kind of like vines growing up the wands. I definitely like this one more. So this is our first artwork change, the Two of Wands. Okay, Three of Wands looks the same. It's so interesting to see like what made the artist want to change like one random card, you know? I'd always be curious about that. Four of Wands, we look the same here. Five of Wands is the same, as well as our 6 and our 7. 8, we just have a change in the background color. I do think the black allows the wands to pop, so I do like that. The 9s look the same, as well as the 10. Page. You've got our Knight of Wands. The Queen, so beautiful. Love my Queen of Wands. I really do like the borderless like a lot. I think it just really lets the artwork come alive even more so. We've got our king looking the same. All right, so now we're going to move into pentacles. I'm going to take a sip of my tea. Okay, so looking the same, again, just maybe a bit more saturated in color. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beautiful 9 of Pentacles. I love her dress. 10. Got our page. Our knight. Our queen. Look at the cute little bunny. Subtle difference here. The bird in the first edition is like lightly colored in. This one is not. Okay, so king, we have different kings here. I do really like this new king. We've got the grapes, which is a nod to the original RWS. So I do like that change, although I like this king too, but I do really like this new guy here. All right, so we're going into the suit of cups. Got our 2, 3. I love this image. This is the image on the first edition box. I really love that one. Okay, 4. We've got 2 very different images. So the original edition has that classic RWS imagery. This one is very interesting. We've got this like furry creature kind of giving a hug or embrace, and this person is kind of not having it. They're kind of, oh, I like that. They're like, they have something available to them and they're like fighting it. They're like pushing it away and not embracing it, which I think is, and they're holding that 4th cup. That's really interesting. I can feel that. I can feel the energy of this card. I really like this a lot, actually. All right, 5 looks the same. And so does our 6. I think the only difference here, this little creature, whatever that's supposed to be, this one is colored in, this one is not. 7, again, just differences in like color and saturation. We've got our 8, that looks the same. 9, this is different. So we've got like kind of the same composition here, but the creatures are a little bit different. This one has 2 tails. This one kind of has the cups more in alignment, where this one's kind of scattered all over. We've got stars here. They have the same kind of body posture. And here we've got some like greenery or plants, and there's none here. Interesting. Those are similar but different. Our 10 of Cups is the same. Got our little fish family. And Page of Cups, that looks the same. Okay, our Knight of Cups is different. Here we have like a creature itself as the knight, and then here it looks like the knight is riding a creature. This one's definitely a little bit more like intricate with the artwork. I like both of them actually. This one has the fish, which is a nod to RWS. This one does not. Queen of Cups. So beautiful she is. I love the like octopus crown. It's a vibe. And our King of Cups. Love him too. And that looks pretty much the same. All right, so now we are in our swords. That looks the same. 2, the 3, our 4, our 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Really like her dress here and the pattern on which I think is supposed to be like the quilt on the bed is all astrological symbols, which is cool. 10, that's a very relatable 10 of swords, just down and defeated. Got our page, our knight, our queen, and our king, which is the same. Okay, so now I believe we have our extra cards here, which is, let me see here. I guess they're just 27 oracle cards, which is cool. So you kind of have like a mini oracle deck, which is super fun because I'm really bummed that I missed out on this creator's oracle deck. I think it's like Mercury, Salt, and Sulfur, or some combination of those words. I forget the actual title, but this might be a nice, I don't know, kind of substitute for not having that. Okay, so let's just look at the oracle cards. So we have Prudence Oracle, Hope, or, oh, okay, you know what? So Prudence and Hope are in this one. So let me, aha, so we do have them. So we do get the Prudence card and the Hope card, and it looks like the images are the same, so that's good to know. Very cool. Okay, so we do have those 2 extra major arcanas, but they're just kind of listed as oracle. And this is interesting, is all the oracle cards just going to be listed oracle, which I don't know how I feel about that, but that's okay. Like it would have been fine with just like Hope, Prudence, a new path, but that's me just being nitpicky. I love this image here for a new path. Like, look at that. As within, so without. I'm loving this new artwork. Channeling. Childhood trauma. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm really curious what the guidebook has to say about these. Empathy. Fear, wait, no, not fearless. Faceless judgment. Ooh. Herbal medicine. Sometimes this font is a little hard for me to read. Is that perversion? Does that say perversion? I think so. Luck. This is cute. Let's see, this is hard for me to read. Anesidora? Anesidora? I'm not sure what that means. Consciousness. Counsel. Drowning. Okay, so there are definitely shadow cards in this oracle. Perspective. Energy vampire. Ooh, that's so good. Entity attachments. Solve a coagula. Is that what that says? Sorcery. Beautiful. That's the cover of the new box. struggle, temptation, rebus. I'm not sure what that one means, so I'm going to definitely have to read the guidebook on some of these. And I think this is like a mystical creature or mythical creature. Thurgy? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if you know what these are. Grief. Oh. Mercury, salt, sulfur. So that's the deck that I missed out on. So I'm wondering if you guys, if anyone watching this has the Mercury, salt, and sulfur oracle deck, let me know if these cards are in that deck. Like, is this part of the deck? I have no idea. Ooh, look at this bright red foil card, Griffin. Wow. Okay, so I am loving this new edition. Let's see here. Let me move out the old edition. Let's just take a look at the guidebooks. So the first edition has this very large guidebook, and it always slightly annoyed me that like it was only printed on like one page. So like these other pages were blank, and it's unnecessarily big. It could have been made smaller, just like this one. So I'm glad to see that. But I will say this writing is so small. That's a little annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you really have to like look at it. If you're looking at it like this, that's really tiny writing. So there's that. I'm just going to make a comment about that. And then let's see if we have, okay, so it looks like we have messages for all of our oracle cards. So that's cool. I like that. Because I want to know what the artist intended for those. So that's great. But you might need a little magnifier to read these. And it looks like this is a no frills guidebook. It's literally just the meanings and like this little kind of dedication page. And then we just go right into the card meanings, where the original, we've got spread, we go into the majors, and we have an image of each card. Yeah. Also kind of basic, but it was like, to me, it was just unnecessarily large. Like we could have cut some costs here and just made it more efficient, in my opinion. All right, so why don't we give this a shuffle? And honestly, this deck is so big, I'm gonna have to shuffle this in 2 parts. So we're gonna shuffle and just, let's pull a card or 2. So if you are watching this, consider this message. Oops, I'm dropping cards. If you are watching this, consider this a message for you. We'll pull like maybe 2 or 3 cards. So I already pulled an oracle card, as within, so without. Whatever question is on your mind, or maybe you don't have a question and you just want a message from the universe, go ahead and focus on that right now. And I'll pull us some cards of anything we need to know. Ooh, this feels potent. Wow, okay, well this message feels like it's for me. Like I'll tell you that much. But I'm hoping that this resonates for you too. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to read from the guidebook because I'm curious how it reads. So whatever your question was, focus on that and let's see what comes through. So let's see what as within, so without has to say. Oh my goodness, this is so tiny. I'm not even going to lie. Okay. Everything is a mirror. Your own inner alchemy creates your outer world. Based on this hermetic principle, you are being guided to balance your creative reflection. Becoming an active and conscious co-creator of your world gives you access to energies that assist you in this process and make many more outcomes possible for you. If you are unclear, then your world will not reflect clarity back to you. It is very powerful knowledge to truly understand the saying, "It is my will." Start with an emotion, then a thought, fire it up with your will, and simply watch your outer world change. So true. Mastering your will awakens action from the divine will and opens the Ajna chakra. When you drop into the lower chakras, specifically the navel chakra, you begin working the collective will, the collective consciousness, which may not be the clearest place to create from. Let's see. Oh, upright, real magic, using your will, conscious creator, creating from within, clear intention. Okay, so we are creating from our will. And I think just looking at these, we need to get honest with ourselves. Like, I think we're kind of lying to ourselves about what we want, and we need to get really, really clear. So let's see what Judgment has to say. And guys, I'm not going to lie. This is really hard to read. That's my really only complaint of this. Okay, so Judgment says, this card in a reading can mark new starts in the fashion of a resurrection from the grave. Awakening to the sound of Gabriel's horn, a new time of transition is being signaled in your life. This card can very much indicate a time of redemption. This card can signal the transition between many different things in life, from the time of birth to the time of death, from marriage to being single. Whatever the theme is, this card definitely represents a life-changing period. Be prepared for something of large impact to be heading your way and call you into action. Yeah, so we are being kind of forced to call things into action and get out of our own way, because we're the ones kind of preventing this from happening. But I'm going to read the Eight of Swords for us. Good Lord, this is hard to read. Okay. For the Eight of Swords, this card describes the feelings and sensations of being trapped without an escape. Every time you turn around, you find yourself in front of another obstacle. You might even be choosing not to move away from this imposition, and potentially you are choosing instead to keep yourself in an uncomfortable state. This can speak to toxic relationships and manipulative situations that don't have clear solutions. There is an inability or refusal to see the truth. Yep. The only way out is in, and the only way in is out. Yes. So we are at that crossroads, and we actually have the power to get out, but we have to have our come to Jesus moment. That's what I feel like the Judgment card is. Have our come to Jesus moment and then make it happen. But you can't make it happen if you're not even being honest with yourself, and the barriers that you're facing are you. You know what I mean? So let's just pull one more card, because that was, that was kind of like maybe a little slap you in the face, honest reading. Let's see one last thing we might need to know about this. Okay, Six of Swords. So yeah, like we're in it, but like we have the choice to get out of it. Like it's our choice. Are we gonna let these like sea monsters pull us down? And the sea monsters, believe it or not, are probably you and your thoughts and your limiting beliefs. But are you gonna let that derail you? So I'm gonna read from the book. This is a turbulent adjustment period that comes as you make efforts to improve your situation. This card calls upon the journey found in trying to find the other side of hardship. You are almost beyond the obstacles that have stood in your path, but you must continue your work. Refugee. This is the refugee making a dangerous journey for a better life and a higher purpose. Long travel and arduous events make for a challenging path, but they also bring you closer to your highest potential and truest desires. You may be second-guessing your efforts at this point, but it is irrelevant to the outcome ahead of you. You are destined to arrive on the other side of the shore in the same moment you decided to try. Ooh, I love that. All right, so I hope this kind of slap you in the face reading resonated for you, because it certainly resonated for me. So let me know what you all think of my walkthrough and comparison of the new SOLARA OCCULTO MELIORA. And, is this something you want? What did you think about the comparisons with the original? There was only a few changes, but quite a bit of oracle cards to add to the deck. Let me know all the things in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you're new here, please subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye.